Alright, Shalom Israel. This is the brother Warba coming back to you again with this truth. Before I kick it off, I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and salutations to you, you brothers that are out there doing this work in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the planet Earth. And Shalom and salutations to you, sincere Aqua that may be subscribed to my channel and that are watching as well. Okay. In today's lesson, what I want to get into is just all through the Spirit. You know, Spirit has been revealing again that the Christians, man, have reared their ugly head again and have been out there just causing mayhem and causing madness, man, and confusion amongst our people. Okay, and this is a thing that must be tore down. It's a stronghold that you know, that's a part of our fight, man. And it's been a never-ending fight between just the truth and the lies, man. Okay, and so the Lord has got on me and put the Spirit on me to actually go into a lesson just talking about the unbelief of our people because of the Christian doctrine, man. Okay? So when we come out of the scriptures week in and week out, because we were given the understanding, the proper understanding of the scriptures and the truth, you know, if it's given unto somebody that is brought up in the Christian church, because believe it or not, majority of us at one time or another were brought up in the Christian church, you know, whether it was Pentecostal or non-denominational or Baptist or whatever you may have been. Okay, but the Most High, all through the Spirit, called you out of that. Okay, He brought you out of that and brought you into the light. All right, and so as a man of the Lord, you know, that has and possesses the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you know, we come out and we preach and we feed the flock, or attempt to feed the flock, you're going to have people that are going to scoff and that are not going to want to listen. All right, so what does the scripture say about people like that, man? Okay, what does the scripture say about stuff like that? All right, okay, so all through the Spirit I've gotten some precepts prepared for it, but you know, let's be real, the Christian church, man, has been there's so much going on with them, man. It's just I don't even know where to start. So I'm gonna let the scripture speak. This is Romans 3:3, and it says, "For what if some did not believe? All right, shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect?" All right, what happens if you don't believe what the Israelites are saying and the men of the Lord are saying? Okay, what happens? If somebody comes out and they tell you that you are Israelite, you're you know, the Lord's chosen people, just on one account, okay? You know, the Lord, you know, another breakdown, you know, tells you who you are in the Spirit, or tell you not to do such things, not to you know, be with your brother's woman, or not to eat certain things, or not to worship certain holidays, or do certain things, you know. But what if somebody doesn't believe what you're saying? Okay? Does that mean it's not going to happen? Scripture says, God forbid. Okay? That's the next verse. God forbid. Yea, let God be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. That's right, man. Okay? So, you know, the Lord is not dealing with every single soul, man. Okay, 2/3 of the nation of Israel gonna get cut off, and He's not dealing with other nations. Okay, that's just straight up. But in the Christian church, the Christians believe that everybody can make it. They believe that you know, once saved, always saved. They believe that if you go to church, you go to a church, okay, and you deal with a congregation. First and foremost, the Lord doesn't dwell in a house made with hands. Okay, but they believe all these things that are contrary to what the scriptures actually say. And so when you know, you call yourself trying to go in and give them some understanding about something, you know, they're not gonna believe you. You know, and for a lot of them, they're not meant to get it. Okay, They're not meant to get the proper understanding of the scriptures, man. So loosely paraphrase, or with that being said, screw them, man. Forget them. Okay, we're only here for the elect at the end of the day. Okay? You know, don't waste time on these so-called Christians that don't want to hear anything, because the Lord has closed their ears and made them deaf from the truth anyway. Okay? Prime example of that, man, you may, and I gotta go to the Apocrypha for my next one, but prime example, man, you may have a situation where you try to wake up somebody, or you get into a situation where you may try to talk to a person of your family, somebody that's close to you, or a friend of yours, that may strongly believe in, something. They may have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. And you call yourself trying to, give them a little bit of edification. And then, they scoff at you, man. And they turn your back, and they treat you a certain type of way. Well, again, it's because of the Christian doctrine, man. They only want to hear smooth things. They only want to hear, what the pork-eating pastors got to say, but not what the actual scriptures, or what the true scriptures have to say, what the men of the Lord have to say at that. Okay? So the next one that I got in the Apocrypha is going to be Sirach, okay, the 21st verse, and Salakia, 15th or 21st chapter in the 21st chapter 15th verse, Salakia. Okay, and this scripture right here is one of my favorites because it just goes directly into what I'm actually talking about, what I'm discussing here. Okay, and it says, "If a skillful man hear a wise word, he will commend it, okay, and add unto it. But as soon as one of no understanding heareth it, it displeaseth him, and he casteth it behind his back." Okay, yeah, you don't have somebody that, you come out, you tell them something, hey, you shouldn't do this, or, you shouldn't be eating pork, or you shouldn't do this or do that, or that the Virgin Mary, she was a virgin, but she had sex, because they ain't going to get that breakdown. They're going to be like, what? Alright? Because they ain't going to have no understanding of it, But the first thing that will come out of their mouth is, nah, something negative, man. And the Lord has a special place for somebody like that. Okay? They're simply going to get put to death. Point blank, period. But what are you supposed to do as a teacher, man, when you're dealing with somebody like that? Okay? You wave them off, man. Because we're at the time, where the prophecies are unfolding right before our very eyes, man. We don't got time to wait on some bonehead nigga that don't want to get right, or that don't want to listen. Okay? We don't have time for that, man. We're only here for the elect. So if you don't want to listen, you don't want to take heed to what somebody is actually telling you according to the holy scriptures, then get up the block. And you as an Israelite that are out there preaching this word, you should feel the same way that I feel on that one, man. Or you're not actually in the script, or you're not actually in the spirit, man. You're not paying attention. All right? Straight up. We ain't got time to baby everybody and to try to save every Tom, Dick, and Harry that's out there. Okay? Because our people's been like this forever, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 23. It says, "But they obeyed not, neither inclined their ear, but made their necks stiff, that they might not hear nor receive instruction." Okay? You're going to have bonehead niggas and niggettes that's out there that think they know every single thing. Alright? Think that they've been in the church for years and years and years, decades. They a deacon, or they know a deacon, they know the pastor, the minister, or they may even call themselves a pastor or a minister. Okay? But in truth and sincerity, or in reality, these guys don't know nothing, man. They know nothing, man. Just like the scriptures say, when they think they know something, in reality, they don't know nothing at all. Okay? They still think Caesar Chesedek Borgia is still who the world so-called Jesus Christ, man. They don't even know the real name. They don't know Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? They still believe in a Trinity doctrine, but they can't prove it. They can't go in and prove it according to the scriptures. I dare you, as a so-called Christian, get at me. Okay? And I'm not saying that in a puffed up, prideful way. You know? But it's the truth. You so-called Christians, man, y'all in for a rude awakening. Okay? Straight up. Because honestly, hey, let's get it. Let's get the scriptures. Let's see what the scripts got to say. This is Romans chapter 2. And I'm going to start at the 19th. Actually, no, I'm going to start at the 21st verse. Okay? This is Romans chapter 2, verse 21. And it says, Thou, therefore, which teachest another, teachest not thyself. Okay, that thou preachest a man, or that thou preachest. Actually, I'm going to start up. Slakia. Alright, I'm going to start at verse 19. Okay, and this is for you so-called believers. Okay, that are in the Christian church. Okay, you call yourself confident, and are confident that thou art thyself art a guide of the blind, a light of them which are in darkness, an instructor of the foolish, a teacher of babes, which has the form of knowledge and of the truth in the law, which y'all don't. Okay. Thou therefore which teachest another, teachest not thyself, that thou preachest a man should not steal. Does thou steal? Okay. Thou that sayest a man should not commit adultery, and does thou commit adultery? All the time, man. All you people in the churches, man, you constantly. That's all you do. Okay? 1 minute, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you out there in the clubs or somewhere else doing God knows what, you know. But then the next thing comes out that you done popped one of the minister's wives or something of that nature, man. Because you guys do that type of stuff. All right, verse 22. Thou sayest that man should not commit adultery, does not commit adultery. That thou abhorrest idols, does thou commit sacrilege? Of course, you guys do, man. You got Caesar Borgia hanging up on your church wall. Okay, in your houses, in your grandmother's houses, in your grandfather's houses. A lot of you Issacharites, man. A lot of you winds of the Latin tribes, man. You got a whole shrine built up, man. Especially a lot of you that believe in the Catholic Church and Catholicism, man. Okay? Verse 23. That thou makest thy boast of the law through the breaking of the law, dishonorest thou God. For the name of the Most High is blasphemed among the Gentiles, that thou, through you, as it is written. Okay? So you so-called pastors, or people that think you know what you're talking about when it comes down to the scriptures. Nah. You don't, man. Straight up hypocrites. Straight up. Because you talk this talk, okay? You Christians, you'll get on YouTube, okay? A lot of you, I ain't even gonna mention any of you names that are in dealings and that come up against the so-called Israelites, okay, or come up against the men of the Lord, the people that are actually preaching and doing this work of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You call yourselves, you know, the other people that come up against us, you Christians, you know, you guys are straight up hypocrites, man. Okay, let me get this last precept and I'm going to be done. I don't want to make this too long. I mean, I basically reached the point. Okay, this is going to be Proverbs 11 and 9. Okay, it says, a hypocrite with his mouth destroyeth his neighbor, but through knowledge shall the just be delivered. Okay, again, through knowledge. All right, and that's pretty much plain, man, at the end of the day. Okay, so I hope this lesson's been edifying. Alright, come through your spirit. Again, I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to you, the humble elect. Shalom.